Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be playing some more BTD6, but this will be my first of the channel tutorial video. So if you press play, you press advanced, press it again, just press it twice, and you get to this map called Cargo. I will be showing y'all how to complete chimps mode on this map Cargo. Now before you hop into it, I have the hero Sada, and it is kind of important for this run, but there is also other ways. But with this tutorial video, I'm going to be using Sada. If you don't have Sada, just tell me about down below, and if y'all like it enough, and not enough of y'all have Sada, I could make a new video on one of the starter heroes, like Oben. We're going to start with Sada right here. And this will help. This will also work in impalpable. So if you need impalpable, it'll just work faster. So you just gotta pay attention more, I guess. Cause like free dart monkey and stuff. And your Sada would start level 3. We're gonna put a dart monkey right here. Get middle path. Also, if I ever say like a number, that's going from top to bottom on the upgrades list. So right now this dart monkey is a 0, 1, 0. And later it'll become a 0, 3, 2. So 0 all the way up to triple dart and then enhanced eyesight. Some people struggle. So this sub place matters. We're going to want to place it to where the little like right side of the sub matches this little orange thingy. You'll see why later. So like that, where it lines up, it'll change its position whenever it's shooting. But make sure it lines up. Now we're going to want to save up for twin guns, which is a 001. So it kind of does matter that you do this in position, because once you get a 101 on your submarine, you want to get a 021 and then a 031. You do not want to get enhanced eyesight yet, because it costs too much money and you could lose. Also, if your placement's a bit off, make sure you're always ready to use Sada's ability, because Sada's ability is pretty good. And if anything gets past Sada, you lose. Only have 1 life. So you gotta be careful about that. Now, we're going to want to get this, I think, airburst. Triple gun, my bad. But the Moab comes right here and goes like so we have to put something right here, but with our marine monkey, thank you, we put our we're gonna put a glue gunner over here so it'll hit the Moab early, but don't do it yet. Get triple guns and advanced intel. Round 27. This means next round we have leads. If you notice, nothing can pop leads except for Sada's ability. So we're going to want to put an alchemist right here. But remember, make it to where it can see this yellow thingy, because we know our sub is to the left of that. So it should be able to buff our sub. And we're going to want to put it on strong and get a 200. You can speed it up too. Now, if you need to use Sada's ability again, like if the leads get past, like I want to say right here, but if you don't use it, because you might need it later. Now we're going to start saving up for armor piercing. Because we're going to need it for the boss. Camos are no problem at all, because this sees camos and the sees camos. And once you get later in the game, you'll see that we will get other stuff that sees camos. You won't have to worry about it. Remember to always have your hand on Sada's ability. It can one-shot ceramics, and it stays there long enough to kill, like, pinks. Now that we got armor-piercing darts, we're going to go for a 320 on our alchemist right here. Keep it on strong, though. Now we're going to want to save up, but now that we've gotten that, we want to put a glue gunner right here. And we don't want to do anything except for maybe getting stronger stimulant. If we can. Also, be careful on the boss. This is the most important part of the, early game. Because this will not take out the boss on its own, you have to use Sada's ability to clear the ceramics. Watch. If you don't use Sada's ability there to one-shot the ceramics and clear them, you will lose. Even with stronger stimulant, I think. Because every time I've done that, I looked away for a few seconds and you lose. Now we're going to want to get a second sub, get a 202, sorry. And then we're going to want to go 203, hopefully 204. I'm going to speed this part up because it's no worries from here on until, round 50 maybe. Round 60 actually, yeah. Okay, so actually right here, you want to be good placement with this village. You want to place it where the little fire right here and the rocks on the right of the fire match up with this line right here that's on the left, the white square. So the white square's right line, you want to match up with your rocks. Just simply like that. And you want to get a 1, 1, 0. Now we're going to want to put bomb shooter right here. Boomerang close to the village, and then boomerang as far as you can while still being in range of the village. You'll see later. Now we want to get a 101, 101 on all of them. Now we're going to want to get a 202 on all of them. Now we're going to want to get cluster bombs. Now we're going to want to get glaive ricochet. Now we're going to want to get another glaive ricochet. And then it's your choice if you want to save up for jungle drums and radar, or just recursive cluster, sorry. Also, remember to always be ready for that ability, the Sada's ability, because it might come in clutch. We're not sure. Because if anything gets to Sada, sometimes you want to use the ability. Especially if you've played with Sada before, you know what she can handle, and what the ability plus her sword attack can't. Also, you could probably guesstimate. Now we want to get radar scanner before we get the tier 4s, more glaives for these. I'm so sorry. We want to get radar scanner. This is because it will help with, well, camos. And now we want to get more glaives. More glaives. And we want to get more glaives. The reason we're getting this is for round 63 and 76, 78, and then 79. And then we're going to want to remove this and put a spike factory right here. You don't want it to be in range of this. If it's like here, where it's in range of that alchemist, that is not good. And it's not good because that means your alchemist has several stuff it has to buff, and it's getting overwhelmed, and it could not buff the submarines, which we want. We're going to want to get a 022, 023, put it on smart targeting. And this is also really cool for this map, because normal balloons come from this way, and mobs come from this way. So wherever the spike factory shoots is where you know the balloons will come out of. Like if it's shooting up here, you know mainly either you have enough spikes down here and you're going to start putting spikes up here, or mainly it comes from down here, which is pretty nice. Then we're going to want to get a 024. But the reason we don't want to put it in the range of the alchemist is because we're going to get another sub later, and we want this alchemist to be buffing these subs. Because round 63 is really deadly, actually. Watch out. Hold up. You should be able to handle the first and second round. I panic abilitied. But the third round you will not be able to handle. Because in round 63 there's like 3 ceramic rushes. Just use Sada's second ability that you have unlocked now. It's really good and should be able to handle it. So the Alchemist is buffing these guys. And these are going to be our main Moab poppers. Except for this thing and these things. But they're going to be our main Moab poppers late game and a little bit into mid game. And we're going to put an Alchemist separately on this guy, but not right now. Also, do not upgrade this glue gunner yet. We're keeping it the same. It's just there for the intel on our submarines. Make sure to keep your hands on the abilities. I can't stress this enough. If you have misplaced it, like, even a bit, and you're not, like, ready to use the ability, you could lose, and then you have to restart it all. I've lost several times because I wasn't paying attention. We're going to save up for Permaspike, which is why you don't see me getting much. Well, you don't see me getting anything. But notice how the spikes are only getting piled up here. It's how you know that level was literally just from the bottom path. So the only next round we have to stress is probably round 78. Is probably round 76. Because 76 has a big fast rush, but we can just use Sada's second ability. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just use Sada's second ability and it cleans it up. We're getting closer to Permaspike. Feel free to pause the video at any time and make sure, like, if you're playing slow speed, to catch up. I'm on round 72, about to be round 73, last BFB. And then I have 2 subs, 1 alk, 1 dart, 1 Sada, 4 down here. I do not have the 4th tier yet because that's extra money and we could lose because of buying this, because that $3,000 we don't get in time. Like, if I buy this, it sets me back $3,000 from getting this, and I might not get it in time to live. That's why we don't do that. We'll get it afterwards, and right after we get Permaspike, we'll also get another sub. But if you notice, we went bottom path, or middle path, so we can't get the red hot spikes, which means we can't hit leads. This is because we'll get an Alchemist later on, and we don't need leads that badly right now anyways, so it's all good. Also, plan for late game is to get a Glaive Lord from this spot. If you placed it right, the glaives will circle. That was round 76. Ooh, very scary. I should have probably taken that slower. Round 78 is the next hard one, watch out. Because Glaive Lord, the glaives will circle, hopefully in like perfect distance to where they hit the ZMGs down here, and they still circle that entire lane right here in the entire turn. Which is pretty nice. Do you ever wonder why the balloons don't drift? I wonder if that's just me. Round 78, take it really slow here. If you have a slow reaction speed, so for the first, you'll see a lot of ceramics come through, use Sada's second ability. And then just speed up, there's nothing you'd have to worry about now. Until the BFB comes out, right here. There it is. And then slow it down. There'll be another ceramic rush of balloons, and you'll use Sada's second ability again. Watch. Right. Right. There it is. See how big that is? Without Sada's ability, you die. Also, now we get Permaspike. Immediately, first thing you want to do is get get an Alchemist. You don't want it to buff these guys up here, but you don't want it to buff that. So just put it in range, like maybe right here. So it doesn't buff anything, but you want to get a 4-2-0. Permaspike will just eat through everything once you get these Alchemists, though. This Alchemist, though. And once we get this, we're also going to want to get... We're going to want to get Primary Mentoring. See, the Permaspike pile isn't even done. The Deadly Spikes from the last upgrade aren't even done. Also, if you wonder why the Spike pile has if the Spike Factory has 2 Spike piles, that's because whenever it gets Alch buffed, it gets extra range. So that spike pile is the alk buff spike pile, and then that's the normal spike pile. Now we're going to want to get primary mentoring. Remember, this is still in range. It might look like it's barely in range, but it is. It is. Use Sada's first ability whenever you see some ceramics. All this, your spike pile can eat up all of this. Also, this is the spike pile, if you didn't notice already. This right here is your spike pile. See how that's only one spike pile? We're going to put another sub and get a 202, get a 203, 204. And then we're going to want to start saving up. Now our main goal is to get a Glaive Lord. You shouldn't have too much worries anymore as you have faster production. This will get the highest DPS out of your spike factory. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It's just DPS means damage per second. This is with an alchemist. Yes, it can't hit leads, but with an alchemist it can. So it's like it's fine. Make sure you spread in your abilities in here. If there's a lot of Moabs popped at once, you want to use your second ability. But if there's just like a few ceramics, you want to use your first ability. Because your first ability one-shots ceramics, but your second ability can like one-shot Moabs, I think. This is kind of a scary round, but spike piles should get big enough to just eat everything. Like, you shouldn't have to worry. The second ZOMG can be scary, and some people might hit pause. Like, you can hit pause like right there to make sure your spike pile doesn't lose too much. But yeah, see, it like barely gets dented. Like, you'll be good. Then we're gonna want to get this Glaive Lord. Round 86. It's coming close to round 90, which is the first scary round. But 95 is actually less scary than 90. This is because your spike pile is built up from 94. But you want to have this before round 90. Sorry. If you can't get this before round 90, then you might be screwed. I forgot. You're going to try to get this before round 90. That'll eat round 90 easily. But kind of just use Sada's ability whenever you see some ceramics get... Like, if you see mobs get popped into ceramics, like, a lot at once, just use your ability. First ability. You see how I'm kind of keeping my second ability? This is because if a lot of Moabs like this pop at once, I have to use my second ability for the Pierce. Pierce is how many balloons a attack can go through, usually a projectile. You probably don't need to use your abilities. I'm just using it so it's less on the spike factory. See, round 90. So I do not have it. Okay, yeah. See, like, you'll be good. Now we're going to want to get a Glaive Lord. We're on round 91. Just keep using your abilities on the ceramics. This round can get tight for some people because they're reinforced, but it's really good. Use your ability. You might have to use your second ability here. But there's Glaive Lord. Just one beast. Now we're going to want to quick get Glue Gunner. Use your ability. Get a 0, 1, 2 on this Glue Gunner. Get a 0, 1, 3 whenever you can get it. Don't get a 0, 2, 2. Get a 0, 1, 3. This is because of you don't need the glue splatter. It attacks fast enough. This will slow down Moabs, which is really nice. Now, before we get the 0, 2, the second upgrade, because it's 1700. Yeah, we want to get Relentless Glue, and then we want to get Glue Splatter. Now that we have that, most of the ZOMGs will be slow until they need to... We're going to get a second Alchemist. It's fine if it can buff the... Recursive Cluster. Oh my, I was blanking on that. But just don't let it buff these guys. Keep it buff. Also, I put it closest to the Spike Factory, so it mainly buffs this guy. We're going to want to get a Stronger Stimulant, 420. And then we're going to want to get an Alchemist right here. We're going to want to get 0, 2, 2. and then a 0-3-2, put it on strong. Up here in range of the village, we're going to want to get another alchemist. Get a 0-2-2. Now get a 0-3-2, put it on first. This is so it puts this thing on the ZOMGs and on the Moabs, which means whenever they get popped, they release an explosion, and it'll hurt balloons around them, it'll hurt the balloons inside. It'll also help our spike factories take less damage, because if our spike piles runs out, we pretty much lose. Now that we have that, we're going to want to get a sniper right here, put it like on aligned with this dock, or this like pole right here. And we're going to want to get a 0-4-2. No, 4-2-0, sorry. Put it on strong. Reinforced DDTs, it's not really a problem, but that's round 100. If you want to add extra style points, you could get up another sub, just real quick. Whenever you see DDTs come out, use your ability. And then whenever you see a lot of BFBs, use your ability. And that's game. And that's round 100 beaten on chimps. This works on impalpable. It will not work on half cash, but I could also make a video about that if y'all want. But if you like the tutorial content, that would be nice. So our end game loadout is looking something like this. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good day and see you next time.